Hello, this is Dr. Pat Sharp, and I'm a licensed mental health counselor. And today I'd like to share the last in a series of video clips. This is the seventh one, dealing with grieving and recovering from your grief after you've lost a loved one. Today's discussion is going to be about a very important and hope-giving message, which is knowing in your heart of hearts that you will get better. This feeling of sadness and depression and being overwhelmed and confused and lost won't last forever. And even though you can't imagine that right now, ever feeling any better, you will. These feelings do decrease in intensity and pain with time. It does take time. What they say about time healing all wounds, there is some truth to that. I can't give you a magic number for how much time. I recall in my own grieving process, I've lost not only one husband of 27 years, but a second husband as well of 18 years. And the process for the first one was somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.5 to 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. And the second one was a much shorter one, not because of a practice effect, because I can tell you, when you lose someone you truly love, practice effect has no account. It doesn't matter. You hurt as deeply as you love. But it does get better, and it's really important that you know this. Even when you're in the earlier stages of grief and you're feeling overwhelmed, you can read about those earlier stages too, or hear about them in my earlier talks. If you look either for my name or perhaps search under grief or grieving, you'll find that being lonely, that sense of being all alone, will change from that to being all one, in which you sort of fill up your core again with just who you are. And that's a very healthy and a very necessary process, because you can't go on in the world, you can't give and contribute to others unless you are all one, unless you are all together in what you're doing. And the first way to start doing this, once you find the energy to be able to go in this direction, is to start helping other people. Start focusing on others. This will put you in more connection with your spiritual self, with your real self. It'll give you a purpose and a mission in your life. It's a very important part of healing from grief. You can forgive yourself for not being able to save your loved one. It isn't anything you did or didn't do. Forgive yourself for not being able to say certain things to them that you desperately wanted to be able to share before they left, whether it was an expected death or not. You need to forgive yourself for all of those if-onlys I had or I should have. You need to let those go. And you also need to let go of your feelings of incompletion, like I wasn't ready yet. You're never ready. It doesn't matter how many years of marriage you've had together. You're never ready for death of your loved one. Now, some ideas about how to help others can be as small and minuscule as helping the neighbor down the street. Maybe he's quite a bit older than you are, and he's just lost his wife of 58 years, and he doesn't know how to cook for himself, or he doesn't know how to do the bills. Just to be there a couple of times a week, to prepare a meal with him in his home, or to invite you to your home to have a meal. There can be any number of small things you can do to help. Schools are always looking for helpful adults to be mentors or tutors for children. You don't need to be certified and qualified. Just being able to sit next to a child can certainly lighten your burdens and make you feel like you're accomplishing something in the world again. So this business about helping others is very, very important. And for those of us that are worker bees and have jobs, once you're able to go back to your work, that's a wonderful way to use your gifts to reach out to help others. But at first you may find that working a full day is just too much. You're just too exhausted. So I wish you all the best. I would be more than happy to talk with you. I'm available through my website of thrivingdespite grief.com. I'd look forward to talking to you.